All right, it says it's working. Hello, everybody. My name is Wendy Giebink. I'm the Executive Director of NAMI South Dakota. Thank you for joining us for our 2021 NAMI Walks Your Way kickoff. In previous years, we've had a big kickoff luncheon in person. We've cooked for you and had lots of entertainment and fun activities in person, but this year we are having our kickoff virtually because our walk is also virtual this year. So thank you for joining us on Facebook and on Zoom. We are going to get started here. I'd like to introduce the people that are here. Mallory Klochek is our Ending the Silence coordinator. Kathy Simons is also works with our Ending the Silence program out in Rapid City. We have our NAMI South Dakota board chair, Christy Luth, and Dr. Kelly Bass, who's also a board member. Kelly and Christy are our walk team co-captains this year once again. We have Larry Jansen from NAMI Brookings and Bob Giebink, who is a former NAMI South Dakota board member from Sioux Falls. And Diane Kranz is here. She's the NAMI Watertown lead. And I also see Chris Eschman, who is our NAMI Walks manager this year. So with that being said, I'm going to share my screen and do a couple of things. I'm going to start out by just showing you our, hold on. So our NAMI Walks Your Way South Dakota logo there, and we will be having a slideshow. However, our next slide, which would be this lovely young lady here, Caitlin, it does not play. So I'm going to play Caitlin in a different format here. You'll have to listen carefully because her voice is very soft, but she has great things to say. So this is Caitlin Irish.
Wendy, we didn't have any sound there.
You had no sound at all. I am so sorry. Would you like me to try it again? Or should I just keep going?
Yes. You can try it again. It's short.
All right, let me try it again.
And if that doesn't work, we'll just post it or send it out. It's a lovely video.
Okay, let me try again. Doing something different here. Sorry. I am sorry, it's not showing up. I'm just going to go ahead and keep going. And we will post this on Facebook for you. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, I can't get it to play the slide show either right now. I'll see if I can get it. Hold on. That's not the right one. This is very embarrassing, you guys.
It happens to all of us.
Does it? You know?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Thank you for saying that, Cindy.
We love you, Wendy.
Thanks for saying that, you guys. It's just, it's a Friday. What can I say? All right, well, it's there. We're just going to keep going. All right. So, Chris, would you start us out with this slide, please?
Absolutely. So what we're going to talk about today is what NAMI South Dakota did last year in 2020, and also a little bit about the 2020 virtual walk. And then we'll talk some about what it's going to look like this year, what we're doing in 2021, both NAMI South Dakota and for the NAMI Walks Your Way. And then we'll talk to our co-chairs, Kelly and Christy, and hear about what the plans are for the event this year, how they formed their teams and raised money in a virtual environment last year. And then finally, we'll look at some of the recognition gifts for this year and also a bunch of the resources that we have available to help you with all of these things.
Okay. Oh my goodness. No, it's not changing. This is doing the best I can here. Okay. Here are our NAMI Walks Your Way national sponsors, and we are so grateful for their support for all the NAMI Walks across the country, including NAMI Walks South Dakota, El Kermes, Chiquita, Lundbeck, and Humana are our national sponsors. Our local sponsors this year, our premier sponsor once again is Avera. We thank them so much for all their help year round. First Bank and Trust, First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card, Sands Drywall, Sanford Health, Southeastern, Preferred Printing, our Helpline Center, and Carroll Institute. And there will be other sponsors coming that we will have featured on our website and our walk website as well. So let's start out by taking a look back at 2020. As you know, we had a wonderful NAMI Walks Your Way event last year, and the funds raised during that event helped us to do a number of wonderful things. As everyone is aware, we had to transition all of the work that NAMI does to an online format kind of suddenly in the spring. And that was a very big learning curve for all of us. Clearly, I am still not up to speed on Zoom and PowerPoint, apparently. But we transitioned all of our classes, our support groups, all of our ending the silence presentations, and all of our wellness activities to an online format. And we've had really great participation online with all of those activities. We also went out on a limb and launched our very first podcast called Why We NAMI. And that we just today passed 3,500 downloads of the podcast that started last May. We've had many, many wonderful guests, and Mallory just kind of has a lineup of people ready to go. So we hope everyone will stay tuned and keep accessing our podcast over the next year. We also held our first online conference, as we always have a fall conference this year. We had our conference online. We had over 200 people register, and many more people joined us on those days, and also accessed the video presentations that we archived on our website. Mallory was very instrumental in helping us provide Ending the Silence education presentations for mental health to high school students and middle school students. And in the middle of a pandemic, we still reached 3,200 students in 15 high schools and 16 middle schools across South Dakota. And that was in a virtual format. So we're very, very proud of that. And we're very grateful to the schools for their help in helping us get that to the students and the parents and the school staff. We also started doing a lot of online mental health presentations for local businesses, employers, and different community groups across the state, because everybody was noticing that mental health conditions were starting to really come to the forefront. And employees were reaching out and saying, I need some help. And so those companies reached out to us and said, can you give us some guidelines for local resources, and how can we help people that are struggling? Maybe they're working at home and they're feeling very isolated. And we were very fortunate to be able to connect a lot of people to help through our online platforms last year. And we launched NAMI Walks 2020 in January. And then, of course, in March, we had to very quickly pivot to a virtual walk. And NAMI was great about helping with that. And they switched the logo to a NAMIWalks Your Way, which we were really pleased with how that turned out. And we were able to join in with participants all across the country in the National Day of Hope on May 30th of 2020. So almost all of the spring walks switched to that virtual format, and we all gathered together and had our walks on the same day, which felt really special. Across the country, the NAMIWalks in total for spring and fall raised 81% of everything that they raised in the prior year in 2019. So for doing virtual walks, NAMI has felt like that was a really great success. In South Dakota, we even exceeded that. We raised 99% of what we raised in 2019. And that is all due to the hard work of our team captains and our individual walkers and participants, and of course our wonderful sponsors that stayed with us. So last year, our total raised was $81,859, which we were just incredibly thrilled about. And that allowed us to continue doing our programs of education, advocacy, and support in an online way. We also did a lot of things by telephone and by letters and by emails because we could not meet in person. It was very important for us to still stay connected to all of you and to do outreach to people across the state who didn't know about NAMI yet. So our wonderful walk last year, we had 39 teams and 196 participants. Some of our top teams and top fundraisers, Recovery Runners from Southeastern Behavioral Health, has always had our largest team as far as number of team members, and they had the largest team last year, and they also had raised the most funds. And one of their team members, team captain Rodney Woodrum, rose to the top as #1 last year, just barely passing Janet DeGroot. And there was quite from the Yankton Bridge Builders, you can see their team came in third. It was quite a competition between the two of them, but Maryland Charging, our very own Maryland, gave them a run for their money, coming in third as the top fundraiser with her team, Maryland's Angels. NAMI Aberdeen was the second top team, and they really did a fantastic job for us last year. And the Behavioral Health Services Butterflies from the Avera employees came in at #5. And I think they're going to possibly exceed the number of participants this year for the Recovery Runners, because they have an awful lot of people already registered on our website. And then a couple of other top fundraisers, board member John Pokop, and of course Lisa Kufler from Brookings, NAMI Brookings, who always does a stellar job fundraising. But we want to thank all of our teams and all of our participants for their hard work. And the good thing is that 100% of all the funds raised stayed local, and that supported our NAMI South Dakota mission of mental health support, education, advocacy, and public awareness. So now let's take a look ahead to 2021. Our NAMI South Dakota team came up with some goals for this year, some things that they would especially like to work on, and we know that the funds raised in the walk are going to enable us to do this. One of our main goals is to expand our presence and our community outreach in the Black Hills area, specifically in Rapid City. And Kathy Simons has come on board as our leader out there, and she's already doing a great job for us. And we hope if you are in the Black Hills area, Western South Dakota, that you will take advantage of some of the things that will be happening there. Again, most things will be online, or everything will be online for a while, but we are doing a lot of work in the Black Hills. We also are always recruiting new volunteers. Even though our programs are online, we need volunteers to help us deliver those programs. And eventually we're going to be able to get back and do in-person programs again. And we want to be prepared for that with volunteers and making sure that we have all the people necessary to get those programs out there into communities in South Dakota. So recruitment is a big goal for us. We are going to continue to offer our online wellness activities. Before we got on here, we were just talking about our St. Patty's Day trivia night last night, and everybody had a wonderful time. If you have not accessed one of our online wellness activities, we invite you to do so. They're free of charge. They're held on Zoom. They're advertised on our website and also on Facebook, and they really are a blast. We have a lot of fun. And there's a lot of laughter. There's some serious things that go on too, but I think people are really finding that that is helping with the feeling of isolation and staying connected. We also want to do more family-to-family and basics online classes. We were really fortunate to keep those classes going during the pandemic. We had a full 8-week class of family-to-family, and I think 4 NAMI basics 6-week class sessions. So we were able to help a lot of families with learning about mental health. We also did the mental health lunch and learn sessions, and we want to expand those this year and be able to really target those for specific audiences and making sure that we are listening to what people want to hear from us and being very responsive with those lunch and learn sessions. We also want to continue reaching those youth in high school and expand our reach to young adults on college campuses. We have heard from them that they are struggling just getting back into classes. They've struggled maybe not being able to be in the dorms or do the activities that they were used to doing. And now as they get back, they're starting to still have some of those same issues that came to the forefront during the pandemic. And we're partnering with some campus organizations like Lost and Found to reach more of those young adults. And that's a main goal for 2021. We will also be hosting our NAMIWalks virtual walk this year, NAMIWalks Your Way. And we are part of the national walk movement. 120 virtual walks will take place in 43 states. And we will continue to raise funds for NAMI's mission. So our NAMI Walks Your Way United Day of Hope is Saturday, May 22nd, 2021. You'll hear lots about that coming up. I'm going to now turn this over to Chris Eschman and have her tell us a little bit more about the walk activity that will be coming up.
Great, thank you, Wendy. And if you don't mind, I thought I'd try to share my screen and see if
That'd be
I am
great.
able to. Okay, great.
That'd be great. Mine is just kind of frozen, Chris. So
I have been there. All right. So how are we doing?
much better. Thank you.
Great. Okay. So we wanted to talk a little bit about why we walk. And I think most of the people on this call already know this, but we walk to promote awareness of mental health and reduce stigma. So every time that you talk about the event or send an email or post on social media, we're raising awareness about mental health and the importance of the work that NAMI South Dakota is doing. Also, very important, we're raising money. So Wendy talked about how much was raised last year and how that goes to help support all of the goals that Wendy's just been talking about. We also walk to honor or remember someone that we love. And we walk to build community and let people know that they are not alone. And another reason that we're walking this year is to keep pace with the rising need for mental health care. So we know that in a given year, 1 in 5 adults in the US experiences mental illness, and 5 in 5 adults are affected by that mental illness. But right now, 1 in 3 adults are reporting that they're experiencing symptoms of anxiety or depression. And for many of these people, it's the first time that they have experienced these sorts of symptoms. So really, we need to help keep pace with that rising need. And that's another reason that it's so important that we participate this year. So looking ahead, we talked about our fundraising last year. We raised a little over $80,000, and the goal is to do that again in 2021. And I think we're off to an amazing start, and I foresee surpassing that $80,000 this year, especially with the support of everyone on this call. So now we'll talk a little bit about what is a virtual walk? What does that look like? How do we participate? How do you fundraise and build teams in this virtual environment? We know that the folks who did it last year, they get it. We raised over $80,000. We've learned some things and maybe we can do even better this year. And then for some new folks, we're going to really talk about what that looks like. So just in a nutshell, NAMI Walks Your Way means you do what you want on event day. You do it your way. So people can participate in groups, they can participate solo with their families, whatever they want to do, just following local guidelines and staying safe. And we've seen people can register and fundraise on an event day. They do whatever they want to do. So you can see here, there's people doing yoga, riding bikes, walking their dog, doing art. It's really up to you, whatever you want to do and however you want to participate. And then the important thing to do so that we all know that we're together and part of a community is that when you do it, if you're going to post on social media, use the hashtags, hashtag not alone, which is exactly what it says, right? So it shows that we're not alone in our efforts. And hashtag NAMI South Dakota. And if you don't know how hashtags work, what that does for us is we can search on any social media that hashtag NAMI South Dakota. And if you've posted and you've used that, we'll be able to see your posts and we can share them. And you can do the same. And you can see all the people in the community who are participating and what they're doing and see pictures of them with their signs of hope. So it's a really great way for us to feel connected. And now we're going to hear from some local experts. So we have our co-chairs on the call, Christy and Dr. Kelly. So we'd love to, let's see if I can stop sharing this. That puts us all back on the screen, right? Good. All right. So Christy and Kelly, if you guys want to introduce yourselves and let people know how you're connected with NAMI and with the walk.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for introducing me. Again, my name is Christy Luth. I have been a board member for probably over 3 years or so. I'm currently the board chair, and then I'm the co-chair for the walk. I've been able to do that the last few years, and it's been just a lot of fun connecting and meeting several of you at conferences and at different NAMI events. I'm also a mental health professional. I work at Southeastern Behavioral Health Care. So way to go, recovery runners. It's really exciting to be part of such a great walk team. I do have my own family walk team as well. And that's something that I just like to do to promote mental health and mental health awareness in the community. Dr. Kelly, do you want to introduce yourself?
Thanks, Christy. Kelly Bass, I'm currently a board member and the NAMI co-walk chair. I spend the rest of my days working at USD in the social work department, and NAMI's always been dear to me since I lived up in Aberdeen and now in Sioux Falls. We're going to hopefully continue to raise some funds here at USD in the School of Health Sciences. What we do know from our statistics and from what we know is that a lot of our students in our programs either know someone or are experiencing some type of symptoms that are included in those statistics that Chris mentioned to us. We also know that as preparing professionals, all of our students and our faculty are able to engage and interact with individuals who come into their clinic or into their office that potentially has the need for some additional services. And so as we continue to raise money here at NAMI, that allows us to continue to expand our resources across the state and allows our individuals in our communities to get the services they need.
Thank you. So if we could start, if you guys could talk a little bit about what did NAMI South Dakota do for the event last year? And what
So last year, like Wendy talked about, we had to very quickly move to a virtual platform, and we still wanted to have something live and fun on that day. We partnered with our band, which is 6 Feet Over, and they were very open to doing a live stream. So we had scheduled something at a local place here in Sioux Falls, and our walk team acted as MCs for that good hour while we listened to some really fun music. We were able to live stream that on Facebook, and we got to respond to the comments that people were having. And in between each song, we did shout outs to team captains. We did some raffles, provided some information about our NAMI programs and what we have been doing over the course of the year, and just trying to get individuals involved. We encouraged people to post pictures using that hashtag. And I know that I felt very connected in that moment, just like reading the comments, and then spending a lot of the day just looking at the pictures. We all had our t-shirts and just had a lot of fun on that day. We have secured that same band, and we're going to do that same format, and then hopefully find ways to be more creative with those individual team captains. And how can we safely gather? What kind of fun activities can we do just to get the teams more connected on that day?
Yeah, and I think Mallory's going to do some dance instructions on there that day live, and we'll be calling it Zooming, and because we know that she's got the skills to be able to do that, get people moving on that day, one way or another.
That sounds like fun. Wendy, did you want to talk a little bit about Wellness Week?
Yeah, we also have come up with a really fun kind of a lead in to Walk Day on Saturday, the 22nd. We're going to start, we might even start on Sunday with a daily wellness event of some sort. We have our first one scheduled, will be a painting event, and we're just so excited to have local artists and local yoga instructors and writers and poets, and we'll have some cooking demonstrations, and we've just got a whole lineup of really fun things that people can do leading up to the walk, but it'll also give you some ideas on things that you might want to do on that day. So maybe something that you learned during the week will be something that you decide to take with you. We're even going to, I think, going to visit a greenhouse and talk about choosing your plants for the summer. So just really fun things to lead up to that, and to remember that we all have mental health, and we all need to take care of our mental health, and take a look at the dimensions of wellness that we all have in all areas of our life, and how we can improve those. And we just want to give everybody some fun ideas, and have a good time and get ready for the walk. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Kelly and Christy, do you guys want to talk a little bit about how did you fundraise and raise and build your team last year in the virtual environment? And then, what are you doing this year?
Christy, you've done so well going first. I just want to make sure that you had that opportunity again. One of the things that we're going to do for us is make sure that we are having those one-on-one conversations with individuals. As I had mentioned in previous conversations, is that when we are able to talk to one person and then challenge that person to talk to an additional person, it's kind of this domino effect of being able to bring in money and to make sure that more people are connected and we're inclusive in our ability to reach our communities. And so that will be one thing that I'll be focusing on the most, is to be able to make those connections, to be able to raise money. The other thing that I was talking about last night after our meeting last night was with my wife, is that because I like to run and I'm an avid runner, I think one of the things I'm going to end up doing is through the month of April, for every $20 that I raise, I will run a mile. And so if we can beat those recovery runners of $3,500, that would be close to 200 miles I'll run in the month of April. And then one of the other things that my wife wants me to do, and I guess I'll be doing, is that each of those days I'll be running in some sort of costume. So she's thinking that that first day is going to be a tutu. So if anybody out there wants to give me ideas on what I'll be running in each day throughout the month of April, I'm all for it and open to be able to do that.
Well, Kelly, that's really stepping up. Thank you so much. I put in the chat there that I will donate to your team. I did that last year for other people as well, because I think it's really fun. What I ended up doing last year, very similar to what you did, Kelly, is just connecting with people. So I started just by registering for my own team. I am a part of the recovery runners, but I have my own team as well, the hashtag Team Walk It Out. And that's my family team. Once I registered, I had a set amount that I was planning to spend and donate to NAMI South Dakota. So I put a portion of that on initially, just to motivate and show by example that, yes, I want to invest in NAMI South Dakota, this great organization. And then it was also really nice because as social media posts came out on the NAMI South Dakota page, I would share things on my own page and try to motivate friends and family, and also challenge them to donate as well. And then I would do those individual texts and kind of say, you know, hey, you were part of my team last year. Can you be a part of my team as well? Or would you like to have your own team and expand that way? So that really helped. I would compete with other teams. I know like Maryland's Angels, she and I were pretty tied up for a while. And then I tried to get that extra $20 from somebody. And so that competition was helpful. I also had a gift basket that my mom had made at work, and I made some raffle tickets, and we were able to get about $70 or $80 just from that very simple $10 raffle. So that was a fun way to stay connected and in a work environment that was pretty safe. On walk day, what we had ended up doing, it was pretty busy with the live stream. So we went to Sertoma with my family. We picked up some Little Caesars and had a socially distant, we were able to eat safely. And then we went for a nature walk and just took pictures and tried to stay very mindful in that moment, and having that one-on-one conversation with my kids on what is mental health and why do we walk, really getting them involved. So I'm hoping to do the same thing this year. Nothing crazy like Dr. Kelly, but just a simple family walk is what I'm planning to do. And then whatever the recovery runners decide, I know Dana and I are going to be brainstorming, and hopefully we'll be able to gather in some way too.
Wonderful. Is there anyone else on the call who wants to share ideas of what they're going to do this year on event day, or how they're going to raise money, what worked last year? Cindy?
We, at our NAMI Aberdeen meeting the other night, we talked about having, or one of our leaders with our group has the bike path that goes behind her, and we'd be able to social distance and maybe do yoga or do a dance or just go for a socially distanced walk with whoever who wants to, you know, rather than just by yourself. I plan to also I have a large driveway, and have our driveway chalked up again with beautiful artwork done by, not me, but so.
I love that. I love that you're going to be able to have a little bit of the community and the social feel and still be able to be safe. Anybody else?
Hi, good afternoon. This is Dana and Ronnie with the Recovery Runners. So I think what we're trying to do is we're kind of developing a plan for just our recovery runner team, those that feel comfortable to meet and do a social distance walk together. We're kind of coordinating with our agency, and we've got shirts we're ordering again this year. We're trying to get creative again this year for fundraising, and so we're in the brainstorming phase right now. But last year we got to do some really neat things, like we partnered with a 31 consultant and had a agency-wide and family-wide 31 party, and we did gather a lot of fundraising money through that. You know, all of our recovery runner team members were all gung-ho, especially Rodney. He did awesome, and he's doubled his goal this year, and so he's reaching for the stars, and already has our first online donations for the team, which is super exciting. So we're just excited to get creative again this year and see what we can do different, and just have fun with it and just promote the mental health.
Very nice. Rodney, it sounds like you might be the man to beat this year for those competitive folks on the call. That's great. Kelly, Christy, Wendy, anybody have anything you want to add or?
Well, I just love the creativity, and I love the fact that everybody's having so much fun with this. You know, when we had our walk in person, we called it our party in the park, because it really did have that celebratory feel, and everybody was, you know, having a good time and laughing and you know, just doing fun stuff together at the park. Well, you know, last year was a little different, but we really saw everybody having fun, and that was exciting to see. And we hope that whatever you do, you will send us pictures and do that hashtag thing on your social media, so that we can see, everybody can see what you're doing, and we can all feel like we're connected in that way, and we're still having a lot of fun on walk day, because it will still be a celebration of recovery for us.
Absolutely. And we have some photos now that we can show about what some folks did last year. So let me get back to sharing. All right. So thank you to our experts and to everyone who talked about how they did fundraise and how they will again this year. That's fantastic. All right. Oops, I went a little too fast. Wendy, are you going to narrate for me?
Yeah, I will. So the sidewalk chalk there, that was in Cindy's driveway. And she's got some creative family members that love to do that. And we just really felt like that added a lot to the day, to see those pictures. The one down below of the ladies clapping with the balloons, that's just a reminder of the walks that we did in person, and how much fun we had. But as you're going to see in the next pictures, we had a lot of fun virtually too. We've got Amy there from NAMI Aberdeen. And then we've got all of these other cool activities. There were a lot of dogs involved last year. A lot of people sent pictures of their dogs and took their dogs for a walk. And it was really also fun to see the creative things that people did, like going out and working in their garden, and thinking of that as a mindfulness activity and a wellness activity. So, and we all felt really connected wearing whatever NAMI t-shirts we had, whether it was a team t-shirt or old walk t-shirts or new ones. It just felt like we were all together that day. And here's a couple of team captains from two different teams that are always with us, such great supporters of our NAMI walks. And we just love to see those smiling faces every year. And the Yankton Bridge Builders are on the left there. They had a wonderful time last year, and they came awfully close to getting top spot again, as they normally do. And then we had some new people, and I'm not even sure who these folks are on the right, but we had people that we didn't even know sending us pictures on Facebook of this is what we're doing for NAMIWalks. And we're really excited about that again this year. Our own Alicia, who works in our office with her son Pax, they were out enjoying the day. And then Christy and her little daughter Mallory out at the Sartoma and Outdoor Campus with that big toothless smile. That was awful fun to see. And then our walk committee team hamming it up. I'm not really sure what that was all about, but they had a lot of fun as they were getting ready for that live stream event. We were down at Remedy Brewing. I think it was closed, but they allowed us to come in with our few people and the band. And so we're looking forward to some more fun shots like this that we can put on Facebook. And here's some folks out in all parts of South Dakota. There's Diane in Watertown. We had people that went rock climbing and hiking and bike riding and sent in pictures from all across the state. It was super exciting for us to see that. And again, just remembering who we walk for. My team is always in remembrance of my sister, Belinda. And she lived with a serious mental illness and was very inspirational to me. And she's the reason why I became involved with NAMI. So every year my walk is always dedicated to my sister, and everybody kind of has a personal reason why they walk. And it's good to keep that in mind on that day. And you can even make a sign and, hold that up in your picture to remember someone or to honor someone that you're walking for. So Chris, I'll turn this back over to you so you can talk about the website.
All right. Well, if you haven't already, we encourage you to go to NAMIWalks.org/South Dakota and register your team today. It's super easy and it'll take you about 2 minutes to register, and it's free. It doesn't cost anything to get your team signed up. If you're not comfortable signing up your own team, there are many team captains on this call who I'm sure would welcome you to be a member of their team. So Wendy's saying her team. And let's see, also new this year on the website, oops, I got ahead of myself. You can see that where it says participant toolkit. If you click on that, if you click on participant toolkit, there are all kinds of great tools that will help you with your fundraising, team building, social media posts. And we'll see some of those in just a minute. Wendy, do you want to do this piece or do you want me to take it?
Yeah. So, it's always really fun to have something that says NAMI on it, right? One of our team captains told me yesterday that she likes wearing a NAMI t-shirt around because during the year, if one person asks her, what's NAMI? And she can talk about mental health and mental health awareness and how to get help and reach out for help. She said if she can educate one person just by wearing her NAMI Walks shirt during the year, that she feels like all of her hard work during the walk was worth it. And so you're going to see in the next few slides some of the things that are available to people who raise funds online. And so always every year, $100 level, you get a NAMI Walks t-shirt. So this year it's a NAMI Walks Your Way. It's a great t-shirt. It will have all of our sponsor logos on the back. So that's a great way to recognize our sponsors and wear that proudly through the whole year and just, advertise NAMI, but also the people that are such great supporters of us. And then if you've raised additional money, then you're eligible for other different gifts. And so these are some of the choices that you get. You get an email from NAMI saying you are now eligible for this gift at this level. And when the walk is over, 30 days after the walk, they'll send you an email and ask you to pick which gift you would like. And then that gets sent to you. So this year, there are a lot of things to choose from. I'm thinking that that hat would look really good on you, Kelly. So next year he'll be wearing the bucket hat, probably. I'm excited to see all the different shirt options this year. And there's a beach blanket, which is pretty cool. I had a team captain tell me this week that last year she earned a beach towel, NAMIWalks beach towel, and she used it every time she went to the pool with her kids. She lives in a place where they have a private pool or a apartment pool, and everybody was always saying, what is NAMI, just by using that towel. So that was pretty cool. Of course, the shirt and the quad chair are really exciting for the $1,000 level. And then we always have people that go above and beyond and keep raising funds. So there's a jacket, and then I think Chris said they call this the party in a box. It's a cooler with Bluetooth speakers, which is pretty cool. And then there are also those super fundraisers who get to that $2,000 level. So we've got some special prizes for them as well. So really fun things just to kind of reward you, but also to kind of spread awareness about NAMI and about it's a good way to then talk about mental health throughout the year. So again, everybody who raises $100 online receives a t-shirt. The walk website stays open for 30 days after the walk so that you can get all your funding in. You have the opportunity to earn one additional gift. If you qualify, you get that redemption certificate in your email, and then you have an opportunity to send that back by email, and then your gift is sent to you directly. And they've always had for the last few years a NAMI Walks Your Way, how NAMI Walks or NAMI Walks Your Way Walk Star pin for folks who raise $1,000 or more. And this year they're actually shaped like a star. So I really hope that I get one of those this year. Okay, back to you, Chris.
All right, had to unmute. Wendy, I feel quite certain that you'll get a Walk Star pin this year. So we talked a lot about, you know, the ways that you can raise awareness and the ways that you can raise money and the fun gifts that you can earn by fundraising. But I wanted to point out some of the tools that we have available to make that super easy for you. So first we have social media assets. So if you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, I think we have TikTok things here, we have Instagram, there are posts available for you. And those can all be found on that participant toolkit on the NAMIWalks.org/South Dakota page that I showed you a little while ago. There are some tips on how to share your story. So how to do a 30-second video if you wanted to do that, 30 to 60 seconds, just some kind of cues and tips on how to do that. And we would love to see your videos. So if you do create one, please make sure you tag us and or email it to us. There are some virtual fundraising ideas. So we talked about some things that folks are doing to raise money. And then there are other ideas here. I think Wendy really liked that, taking donations to sing songs live on Facebook. I also like the idea. I personally will be doing something else as I have no ability to sing. Wendy, did you have something you want to
No, I'm
Okay, gotcha. All right. Then there's some NAMI Walks Your Day. So just some tips on what you can do individually or what you could do as a team on event day. And then the signs of hope. And these, we really encourage you, if you're willing and able, to print a sign of hope and take a photo, share it on social media, use it in your email, send it to us. These are so great and they really get a lot of attention on social media. So it helps us raise awareness. So you can see some examples here of signs of hope. I absolutely love this one. And we also have them available in Spanish if you have Spanish-speaking folks who would like to use those signs of hope in Spanish. Then we have our rallying call. So this is something we've seen teams do videos where, you know, they alternate kind of who's saying a sentence in the video, or you can do it individually yourself as a video or just post it on social media. But I feel like it's a really good sort of reminder about why we're all doing this and how important it is to remember that mental health is for all. And we have our participant guidebook, which basically sums up how you as a participant can fundraise and how you can participate. There's a video, there are links to a lot of the resources we just talked about, and that's also on the participant toolkit. So to sum it up, what we really are asking for you to do, if you haven't already, please register your team or register to be a member of a team. If you are a team captain, make sure you're inviting all your past team participants to join. I think Christy and Kelly both talked about that. Ask everyone you know to support you. So they can do that either by joining your team, by making a donation to your team, or by sharing your posts. So if they're on social media, they can just share your posts. And that's another way to really support our efforts to raise money and awareness. Email your family and friends. Or if you're a letter writer, we have people who are super successful with those snail mail letters that, you know, we're also happy to get these days. So the key to all of that is just ask, ask, ask. Be sure we're having those conversations that Kelly talked about, that one-on-one conversations about how important mental health is and the work that NAMI South Dakota is doing. And as one final bonus, if you register as a team captain, if you already are, or if you register a team prior to Tuesday, you're going to receive a special NAMIWalks swag bag, courtesy of Wendy and the NAMI South Dakota team. I think that takes us to Q&A. So I can stop sharing again. Anyone have any questions, comments, things they want to share? Bob?
What's a swag bag?
Who's that for? The flag bag?
Wendy, that's for you.
That's for me, huh? Okay. Well, swag bag, NAMI National sent us some little gift bags with handles on, and it says NAMIWalks your way. And I thought, well, I wonder what they sent those for. And then I started looking around the office and I thought, well, we've got stuff we could put in here. Wonder what we could do with them. And then I came up with the idea that these would be great gifts for those team captains that get on early and really get a jump on the walk season. So we haven't spent any time in our office in the last year, but we have a lot of things there. It's kind of our expensive storage closet. But we have individually go in once in a while. I think Mallory's there right now. But we've got a lot of things there. And so I just started looking through and I go, well, this would fit and this would look good. And pretty soon I had a whole bunch of bags just stuffed full. There, hey, she's got one there. All right. So those are the bags that we're going to give to team captains. And if you're not in Sioux Falls, we will stick yours in the mail. Otherwise, we'll figure out a way to get you your swag bag as a team captain. And we're just going to be hoping to get a few more teams before Tuesday. So if you know somebody who wants to sign up a team, this would be the time to encourage them to do that so that they get the swag bag and see what kind of goodies are in there. And I happen to know there is some chocolate in those bags. So it'll be a good surprise for you.
You had me at chocolate.
Yeah.
I
So
don't have it. I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I've never been a part of this, but man, this has been really good. I just got 2 pages of notes to share with our team captain. There's a lot of good ideas on. The only thing I've ever did is talk to a few friends and thrown it on Facebook. And that's been, good, but man, all the different ideas you guys had was really good.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
really good.
I'm excited to see that participant handbook. There really are some great things in there this year, and hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of that. And I really thank NAMI for doing that. What kind of questions does anybody have a question they want to put in the chat or on Facebook? Mallory's checking that. If you have a question we can put on Facebook, we'll get it to you. Dana, you just raised your hand.
Yeah, Wendy, we have some team members that would really like packets like we have in the past. Is that an option this year or? So
are they the team members that want to do some, they want to keep track of their donations on a sheet like that? And we've got those. What we did not do, we didn't spend money this year on printing the flyers and things like that because it felt like a way that we could, just save a little bit because we wouldn't be using a lot of them. However, if you've got some folks that would like a flyer and like information, I'll be happy to get a small order printed up and get used to those folders so they can have that, and then that tally sheet so they can keep track of their donors. Would be more than happy to do that. Just let me know how many you need.
Will do. Thank you, Wendy.
Okay.
I know we'll need at least one, but I will
Okay.
how many more we need.
Okay, thanks.
Wendy, also, I know last year, everybody who had registered on a team got a t-shirt. You guys ordered a bunch of t-shirts. Is that, not the NAMI, you know what I mean?
Right. We made up some NAMI South Dakota t-shirts.
Yeah.
And we've done that for the last 3 or 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Because, some people don't have the opportunity to do as much fundraising or whatever, but they're really active on their team. And so we wanted to make sure that they could feel part of it too. And some teams like the recovery runners, they print up their own t-shirts, but not everybody does. So we will have some t-shirts available for some of those team members as well. Yep.
Okay, alrighty.
Did not catch where that now participants guidebook, where can that be secured? Is that just on your website or?
It's on the NAMIWalks.org/South Dakota. So if you put that in, that takes you to our walk web page. All of the walk web pages are run through through the National Walk. And so if you go onto our website and you click on our NAMIWalks page, it'll take you to there as well. And then that participant guide is right up on the top.
Thank you.
And I'd also encourage people, if you have questions after this, this meeting today, send us an email. If you send it just to the NAMI South Dakota email, it's namisd@midconetwork.com. And you can also send us an email through our webpage, namissouthdakota.org. If you come up with a question, just send it to us and we'll make sure and get back to you right away. There it is. Any other questions or comments today?
I'd like to plant a seed.
Okay.
I know there are current board members and so on, and I'm a former board member, but we're always looking for good board members, future board members, right, Wendy?
Absolutely. Volunteers and board members. Absolutely.
I know there are term limits now, 3 years.
Mhm.
Sometimes it gets a little extended if somebody is appointed.
Yep, we are coming up on the time where we're looking for new board members. And again, like I said, we're always looking for those new volunteers. So people that want to get involved with us, there's a lot of different ways you can get involved and make a real difference for mental health. I wanted to close today by reminding you, NAMIWalks is, of course, that's our fundraiser for the year, and it funds all of the things that we do year round. There isn't anything that it doesn't touch. But I also want to make sure to remind everybody that the NAMIWalks event is the best awareness tool that we have. This is the time when we talk about mental health conditions, and sometimes we don't talk about those in our daily life. There's still some stigma around, and also we just maybe don't talk about our mental health as much as we do our physical health. This is a perfect time. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Perfect time for us to bring up that topic with our coworkers and our family members and the people that we go to church with and our next door neighbors. Bring that topic up and say, hey, I'm doing something really fun in May. I'm part of NAMIWalks. And then tell them about that and what NAMI does, and it'll open up conversations about mental health. And so we want to make sure that really gets promoted this year during the month of May, that is our time to talk about how you're not alone. There's help. Treatment works. People are very, very successful living with mental health conditions, and it's certainly okay to talk about and reach out for help. And if you need information on where to get help, NAMI is a perfect place to ask that question. So thank you, everybody. And we just appreciate all of our panel members and everybody that got on Zoom with us today, and everybody who accesses our Facebook page and checks in regularly to see what's happening. We'll be sending you lots more information about the walk, lots more fun things. And if you send us your videos and things, we will put you on there too. So thanks, everybody. Thanks, Chris, for being a terrific walk manager. And we're really looking forward to this year. And we hope we'll have a lot of fun. So stay tuned, stay connected, stay healthy, stay well. We love you all. Thanks.
Love you.
Thanks,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.